I crawled to the door and grabbed the doorknob and was able to open the door. And I think I was thinking of going outside. But when I saw those cracks open up, I mean, they'd open up 12 feet wide and then shut and just shoot water. I'm Steve Harrison, born in Valdez, 1951. And I still live here, yeah, and I probably will till the bitter end. You know, back in the day, they didn't give us any, they didn't have anything for PTSD or nothing. We needed it. That's a sad thing. My leg was in a, I can't remember whether it was in a cast or it was just a heavy wrap, because about a week before, my dad was the manager of Union Oil tank farm, and he'd drive the fuel truck home at lunch, and I went, or after school, I can't remember, and he would slow down and I'd jump on the running board and ride home. Well, a week before, I jumped on the running board and there was ice on it, and I slipped off and I fell, and before he could stop, he ran over my leg. So it wasn't what you'd call broken, I don't think, maybe cracked or something, but it was all sold up. And so I was in that. I think it was less than a week before that happened. I think it was like only 3 or 4 days. So I was kind of gimping around the house, and everybody was told. My grandma lived with us, Grandma Day, and I really didn't feel the quake, but I heard Grandma say, "Oh Lordy, oh Lordy," and you know, and then I could feel it start, and it was like, and she's like, "It's the end. This is the end." You know, she was a Bible reader, and this is it. And I didn't really know what she was talking about, but it was like, oh, this ain't good. And then I just can't believe to this day how long that lasted. How strong it was. You couldn't stand up. And I remember crawling to the door and opening the door, and it was just, well, it was something you can't even describe. Nobody would believe you. It was, I guess the closest thing I could think of would be somebody dropping big bombs on you or missiles or something. It was just, the ground was all upheaval, just, well, you'd see it come up in these big humps and then it would go back down and water would spew out. And the trees, big trees, would come down to the ground and go back up. And go back and go the other way. I mean, they weren't breaking or anything. I'm sure they did, but for the most part, I mean, these are big cottonwood trees, and they were just amazing. I think Ron Gilson was delivering groceries. They did delivery at our house, and he got out of the car because I was at the door, and he just ran back to his car. And I don't remember much after that. And you know what? I don't remember much of anything after that. My sisters were at home, my mom, my grandma.
Do you remember their reactions?
No, I don't. Just grandma's. Yeah. And my mom's, mostly hollering like about my dad, about Bob's at the dock, you know.
He was on the dock working.
Yeah, he was on the, you know, as a longshoreman, there's ship side and dock side. So some longshoremen go aboard the ship and work, and the rest are dock side. And he was dock side, from what I understand. He was running a forklift, and I'm sure that dock went quick because it's built in silt. You know, silt's nothing on this, you know. And it was an old wooden dock, and, you know, they didn't have safety. They just built them without any safety guidelines or anything. And it wouldn't have helped there much, I don't think, anyway.
Do you want to tell me something about your dad?
Well, you know, that's a strange thing because I do not remember a lot about my dad. And I should because I was 12 years old. I just know, and I'll use that word again, he was fair and well liked. And I didn't find that out so much until after. And all these people come forward and just, men, a lot of men would come forward and say, your dad was a good man.